Hi everyone, this is Star with Ariana Stock. This is a pick a card reading centering around the new year, which is 2023. We are curious about what is going to be there in the new year, so this reading is going to cover that. We have three piles here. This is pile A, which is a blue flower. This is pile B, which is a book, and this is pile C, which is a pink flower. Viewers, you can also pause the video and decide intuitively which pile you are being drawn to. We do have the timestamp given in the description box, so in case you want to proceed directly to your reading, you can do just that. Let's just dive into your reading. Those of you who picked pile A, which is this blue flower right here, let's just understand what is in store for you in the new year. We have a few cards from the tarot deck. We do have the Nine of Cups. We also have the Moon card and the Three of Swords. Possibly, pile A, there's going to be some kind of confusion with respect to a personal matter or with respect to professional matters. Maybe you feel that you're going around in circles, or that you need to make a decision but then you're unsure about how you should proceed. I think there could also be a change in your living condition or in the work environment this 2023. For some of you, I'm also picking up that it could be very hectic with respect to work. Sometimes, circumstances are not in our favor. This could also lead to confusion, or this could also lead to you saying something untoward or out of turn with that Three of Swords right here. So be mindful of your words, pile A. Technical challenges are also in store for you. There are going to be those distractions. Maybe you also need to focus that much harder. Perhaps because of the shifting emotions, I think you are going to be unsteady when it comes to work. That is why you need to pull up your socks. You shouldn't give others a reason to complain. Incidentally, because of those challenges, I think you're also getting the chance to learn something new. Maybe this is also going to turn out to be a transformative year for you with that dragonfly card. I think you should embrace this change wholeheartedly. Its lifespan is very short, so that is why I think pile A, you should make the most of the time that you have here. Perhaps the year is also going to bring in self-growth, enlightenment, which comes about with the passage of time. I think you also need to release old habits, old patterns. Maybe you should also not put blockages in your relationships, or sometimes we can be very guarded, like this lady. She doesn't know how to act. That is why I think you should release, or you should take that leap of faith. You should let go of those relationships which are not serving you well, or move away from those who are sucking your energy levels. Try not to put roadblocks in your life, because your soul already knows what's ideal for yourself. I have this card, Tune In, Your Soul Knows, from the Divine Messages Oracle. I think you need to follow your inner voice. You shouldn't deny yourself. Be patient, or you should ask pertinent questions from yourself. From Lenormand, I have this card, Path, which talks about being at the crossroads. I think this reading is going to reconfirm what has already been stated earlier. You are going to find yourself in a muddle. Maybe there's a decision that needs to be made and you're procrastinating. You're putting some kind of limitations on yourself. So release yourself from those kinds of blockages. Decide clearly what is it that you want in personal relationships or in a professional matter. I think you also need to contribute towards the family purse. You also need to pay attention to the dreams that you have. Maybe there are going to be vivid dreams with that Moon card right here. With respect to your love life, I have this card, Passion. I think you need to be passionate about your work, your job, or even life itself, because this is going to bring in that flirtatious energy which is necessary in your romantic connection. Maybe some of you are wanting to write an email or a message to the person you fancy. Maybe you're going to be in two minds. You do want clarity with respect to a relationship. I think now and then your family members could question you. They could think that you are being too persuasive. Other than that, pile A, I also feel that you could be in love with someone who is in denial or who is wearing a mask in this relationship, who is not explicit, so to speak. This could leave you a bit confused. Maybe sometimes you feel it's time to let go, to walk away from this relationship. In case you're married or in case you are in an unhappy connection, I think infidelity could also be a factor. Suspicion, could affect any relationship. So that is why these issues could be raked up, and this could also leave you perplexed. Despite it all, I think pile B, you're going to survive, because I have this card shark, which talks about survival of the fittest. The shark, is a peaceable predator. It will only attack if it's cornered. Maybe the work environment is a bit oppressive and you are going to guard your territory. Indisputably, I think pile B, you're someone who has the ability to withstand it all. I think you do have many chances to make your life better. Sometimes you don't know which step to take, but then it is a promising card to have in your reading. Maybe you're somebody who can understand if there's trouble brewing. You need to prepare yourself for the life ahead. You needn't be afraid. The last card in this reading is Diamond, which talks about promise. Certainly rewards are also going to be there for your hard work or for past effort that you have made in 2022. Maybe you're creating something which is permanent. Maybe many of you are also making travel plans this year. Try to understand, pile A, that whatever you do is going to leave a lasting impact. I think some of you also want commitment from your person with that diamond card. Maybe you want that diamond ring, or you want this person to promise the world to you. Other than that, I also feel that with respect to your health, I think you need to focus on your heart chakra with that 3 of swords right here. Maybe the circulatory system, which comprises of the heart, is something which you should look at closely. Maybe there could be aches centering around your waist or your back or your neck. Sometimes with that moon card, I think you should ensure that your energy levels don't flag. You should keep your moods in check. You could be a bit temperamental. Maybe a vacation by the sea is also something which the doctor ordered this year. Stomach-related issues or digestive system-related issues could be there for some of you who have picked pile A. I think you should also seek a second opinion. You should look at alternative healing methods this year. Maybe the health of a loved one is also going to be on your mind. Money could also be spent with respect to health matters, so this could be something which could be on your mind. Still, I think with that shark card, you're going to survive the trials and tribulations that are there in 2023 and create a permanent future with that diamond card. I hope pile A, you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye till the next. Those of you who picked pile B, which is this book right here, let's understand what the new year has in store for you. The first card in this reading is the 4 of Pentacles. I also have these cards, the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Swords right here. Possibly, financial matters could be uppermost on your mind. With that 4 of Pentacles, maybe you're counting your pennies. Still, I think you do have the 2 of Cups in your reading, so surprises are going to be there. Maybe there are going to be opportunities and you need to make them count. Even if you're going to be taxed, I think you're going to be appreciated on account of the output. Pile B, I also believe that you need to retreat from certain situations. Sometimes, plan A may not work when it comes to your work ideas, so you need to go with plan B. Perhaps, like this person here, you also need to be reflective this 2023. Maybe there are also work offers which may not excite you that much. Maybe there are also going to be outstation work offers. I think your focus is also going to be on creating something permanent. With two fours in your reading, I think you need to do the groundwork. The fours always talks about stability, of staying grounded. There are also home improvements lined up this year. I think you should focus that much harder. Maybe you should also review tasks that are done to avoid mistakes. Maybe you're also someone who prefers system and order, and you are going to be a bit hassled if others are not systematic. Sometimes others could use your ideas and walk away with the plaudits. I think you should also be careful because there could be work related controversies. Maybe there's also gossip swirling. We have the birds from Lenormand which talks about the same. The birds, talks about negotiation. So maybe you're negotiating with others or you're going for interviews this year. People are chattering about you. The need of the hour is to be social. Maybe you also need to have a backup of your plans. Someone could threaten to sabotage your interests or your ideas with that Four of Swords. So technical challenges could arise. So keep a backup of your data while working at the computer. From the Romance Angel deck, I have this card, Finances and Career, which talks about the need for you to focus on financial matters. Maybe you feel finances is also affecting your relationship with that special someone. Maybe the focus is going to be on work. That is why time is also going to be at a premium. You have to find time for your person. You need to relax with them or her. We do have the Two of Cups, so there are going to be date nights planned with that special someone. I think there are also going to be admirers for you this year. You will enjoy the attention of the opposite sex, but maybe you're disinclined. For some of you, I think I'm picking up that maybe you have someone else on your mind. That is why you're disinterested. The health of your person or your partner could also affect your relationship. Maybe you should also learn to forgive if there are mistakes made, or in case there are people who are out to create mischief for you. I think you should forgive and you should move on because forgiveness heals. Besides, it is also going to have a bearing on your health. Old issues could also be a stumbling block preventing you from progressing. Maybe once you forgive those who have wronged you, I think you will feel free at the soul level. I think you will also feel less anxiety about the situation or less stress. Your angels are also asking you to admit and confess. Even with this card, be willing to forgive. Maybe you should also not be too harsh on yourself. Sometimes we let ego come in the way. The need is to admit to our mistakes. There is no shame in admitting, there's no shame in acknowledging that we have wronged someone or that someone is in the wrong. So all this is also going to make your soul lighter. The last card in this reading is Goose, which talks about inner knowing. Possibly, some of you also want to travel because the goose is a migratory bird. It can also be a leader because it leads the rest of the flock. We did have the birth from the Normand in your reading, and likewise you have this goose card which is talking about communication. The geese also travels thousands of miles without worry. I think you should be able to make decisions which are good for you as well as for those who are dependent on you. You will help each other. They also, they take turns to lead the flock. That is why I think you're also going to do the same thing. Maybe you're going to provide support to the rest. This year, I think you need to be comfortable with change and adventure. You need to broaden your horizon. The last card in this reading is Diamond, which talks about promise. We started this year with the Four of Pentacles, which talks about the need to look into your material concerns, and the last card talks about creating something permanent. We did talk about you being stressed out on account of hectic activity. With two fours in your reading, this could also lead to insomnia, but you're going to create something permanent, something which is going to stand the test of time. Health, I'm also picking up that you need to take care of your throat chakra with the bird's card right here. Maybe you should also look into excretory system or stomach and issues surrounding the digestive system. You need to monitor your blood pressure levels this year. Maybe you're also gaining a tremendous amount of knowledge with that book card. You're going to delve deeper into subjects with respect to your career, with respect to health. You're going to gain perspective and you're going to come away wiser as 2023 proceeds. I hope I'll be you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time. Those of you who picked pile C, which is this pink flower, let's try to understand what 2023 has in store for you. From Tarot, I have three cards, which is the Ace of Swords. I also have the Emperor and the Hermit card. Possibly, pile C, you're going to exude authority with that Emperor card. You're going to be someone who is willing to take the initiative. But now and then, I think you also need to reflect on situations that you find yourself in. Maybe you're going to be in a reflective mode, or you're going to be contemplating about your future. Sometimes, you may feel as though you are unwanted within the family. Perhaps, the need of the hour, pile C, is to cooperate with others. With that Ace of Swords, I'm also picking up that maybe you're going to be someone who is going to take the bull by the horns. You're somebody who does not want to let go of the opportunity, even if you're a bit tentative. Your focus is also going to be on your relationships. Communication could also increase in 2023. Maybe you will also come in contact with someone who is going to help you out. You will communicate with that person. Maybe you're turning to him or her for help, and he is going to help you out. Deals will also be finalized very quickly. I think you're going to be paid pronto. Your goodwill is also going to come into play, pile C. Official transactions is also going to keep you busy, so you need to be more attentive when it comes to these documents, or when it comes to transactions that you have with others. The work environment could also be a bit stifling. Disagreements are possible. It would be prudent to apologize and to move on. Work pressure is something which could mount on you. Maybe you feel that you're being saddled with excess responsibilities this year. Perhaps there are certain restrictions that you need to maneuver while dealing with clients. Also, you need to be patient. Maybe you're very demanding. You expect them to pay up for your services. But this could also mean that you could end up burning bridges. Other than that, I also feel that pile C, you could be concerned about the health of a loved one here. The universe is also asking you to focus on workshop and seminars. Maybe you could also learn a thing or two on account of interaction with others by attending workshops and seminars. Maybe there are discussions, or perhaps pile C, you could also be someone who could be imparting knowledge to others. With that Hermit card, maybe you're very wise. That is why others seek your advice or your good counsel. I think you're someone who is going to shoulder a lot of responsibility this year. Your focus is the home and also the health of a loved one. Nothing comes from nothing. Without putting in the hard work, you can't achieve anything in life, or you can't achieve the stability which this card Emperor talks about. Focus on things already in progress. Like I said, be collaborative, be cooperative. Try not to be too set in your own ways. We feel our way is the right way, but then This could affect our relationship. A good leader always listens to the viewpoint of others, so you need to do that. Some people will also regard you as a loyal friend, or maybe there's going to be someone who is going to be very trusted and duty bound towards you with that dog card from Lenormand. Even in a romantic connection, I think your person could be someone who is very steadfast, who is by your side. Maybe you could bounce ideas off each other. You do deserve love. That's the card from the Romance Angel deck for 2023. I think in case you're already romancing, I think there could be brief conversations which could center around work. Maybe your person is also someone who is older than you with that Emperor card. Maybe he's also a bit insecure, but you're going to brush aside these insecurities because you will admit that you're a loyalist, that you are going to be there by his side through thick and thin. Maybe he's insecure because you do have other admirers this year. Some of you, in case you're single, I think you want to reach out to this person. Maybe your confidant could ask you not to be too persuasive. In case you're already married, I think try not to let a third person create disagreements in your marital life. Interestingly, I also have this card, Wolf. You know, the wolf is someone who was looked up to as a leader. You're going to be the path breaker. You're going to be the mentor and guide for others with that Hermit card. We did talk about it with that Emperor card. You're going to be someone who exudes leadership qualities. You need to be loving as well as firm this year. You're also someone who likes to be accountable for your actions. You're someone who is dependable with that dog card, with that wolf card. These are some messages which are recurring in your reading. You will always be someone who is going to stay close to your family, to your loved ones. As a wolf stays close to its pack, it doesn't abandon its pack, it doesn't desert its pack despite the obstacles in their journey. You're also getting that chance to do something which is permanent. We have this card, Bones, which talks about creating something which is going to stand the test of time. It is something indestructible, it's something permanent. Maybe there's a permanent relationship in the offing for you. I think Pisces, you should also be careful in relationships. Maybe there's someone who is very dominating or someone who doesn't listen to your point of view. So you should understand that you deserve love. You need to handle these obstacles in your life. Other than that, I also feel that with respect to health matters, maybe you need to consult the ENT, ear issues or nose issues, or maybe you're consulting a medical professional on account of the health of a loved one. Indigestion, loose motion, you should be careful of bones, maybe fever of any kind. In case you're a woman, maybe the reproductive system is something which could bother you, your menstrual cycle. Other than that, I also feel that maybe some tests, medical tests that you conduct this year could seem unnecessary to you. Excretory system, digestive system, and then there could be aches which could center around your neck, waist or back, or even your shoulder this year. All in all, I think this year is a year when you're also going to learn something new. You're also going to be a very effective leader, but you should also remember that without putting in the hard work, you can't achieve your ends. I hope I'll see you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.